What's up, y'all? It's Ty. In this video today, we're going to be taking a look at each and every one of the new In Case You Missed It cards added to College Football 25 Ultimate Team today, and talking about if any of them are maybe worth you guys picking up for your specific squad. Now, as we dive into this today, guys, if you're new to the channel, make sure you do smash that subscribe button. We're on the road towards 10,000 subscribers. Really do appreciate all of your recent support. We don't really have any great budget tight ends. I mean, it's okay at the position. This card is not it. Drake Dabney, I mean, I'm sorry. I don't really see it with you. It says you're a blocking tight end, but I see 73 run blocking, which isn't great, 78 speed. If you buy that tight end, I honestly feel bad for you, okay? Genuinely, that's where I'm at with him. Trey Moore up next, strong safety, 80 speed, 80 man coverage. I mean, if you do play a lot of man coverage, he's not the worst strong safety if you really are balling on a budget. But he's not great. He's an okay strong safety in Ultimate Team, but again, not a guy that I'd really look to pick up. Isaiah Gibson Sr. up next, only 72 speed. Gonna be a decent run stopper in the middle of your defense at the defensive tackle position. Decent power move, finesse move. Do wish he was a little bit quicker at that defensive tackle position. That's really my only complaint with Isaiah Gibson Sr. though. Outside of that, the card is A-okay. Next up, guys, we've got 81 overall. Okay, Maverick Barnowski. What a last name, Barnowski. I actually really like this card at the middle linebacker position. Depending on his price, if he ends up being like 10,000 coins, I don't mind Barnowski one bit. If you really are looking for a decent middle linebacker, gonna be a decent user, decent speed, I like Barnowski. I'll be the one to say he's our first card today that I'm like, okay, this card can compete. Andre Davis up next, 81 overall wide receiver, 81 speed. He's fine. 6'4", 81 speed, good catch traffic, good deep route runner. I don't mind him for an 81 overall wide receiver. Again, gonna depend what price he ends up being, but if you can get him for 10,000 coins, something like that, he is going to be super cheap in College Football Ultimate Team. Next up, John Young, left guard here from the University of Miami. Not the U, but Miami of Ohio, I should say, right? Yeah, Miami of Ohio, okay. Gonna be a better pass blocker than run blocker. You guys can see he's a pass protector. Decent strength, 6'6". Run blocking, not great. Not my probably favorite left guard. Depending on his price, depending on what you can maybe snipe him for today, might be worth your time. I don't necessarily love him at the left guard position, but I feel like left guards are pretty weak right now in College Football Ultimate Team as it is with the cards we do end up having. Right tackle, Brandon Crenshaw Dickinson. Okay, or Dixon maybe. 19,000 coins, I think, is a get for this card. Maybe not. I mean, there's 83 overall right tackle for like 40,000 coins. But he's a good, balanced right tackle in College Football Ultimate Team. I mean, this card is a-okay to pick up for your squad. And again, for 20,000 coins, I would say pick him up. I know we got some 86 overall right, and I think we got some 86 overall offensive linemen that we'll talk about here in a little bit. Everett up next, Dalen Everett, 83 speed, 81 man coverage, 81 zone coverage, 82 zone coverage. This card is basically similar to Crandall. So Crandall's price right around 50,000 coins. I wouldn't spend over 50,000 coins on this card, but if you can get him for, I wouldn't spend 80,000 coins. If you can get this card for like 50,000 coins, him and Crandall in the secondary would be really, really, really solid. And you never know. All it takes is one person to put him up for cheap, and you've got yourself a really good cornerback. Everett, 83 speed, can definitely get the job done. Mikey Keene up next. Okay, Mikey Keene, a 77 speed rating. Not necessarily the best. He's going to throw the ball well, though. And that's the best part about this card. Only 5'11". He's going to throw the ball well. I don't know. Not my favorite quarterback. But if you can get him for less than, I don't know. I wouldn't overpay. Less than like 35,000 coins might be worth the pickup. But I would not overspend for Mikey Keene unless you really are like, unless you really like to like be a pocket passer, stuff like that. You guys can see we're going to have a market crash video here soon because a lot of these cards are going way down in price. Jonathan Taylor at the running back position up next. Let's talk about it. What would I pay for Jonathan Taylor? Maybe like 200,000 coins. Anything over that, I don't think he's worth it, but 200,000 coins I think is solid. 82 spin, juke move. Again, get a break tackles at a high level. 84 speed is fine. I don't hate Jonathan Taylor at all, but I'm not spending 300,000 coins on him. I'm not, and I like Jonathan Taylor. Well, I'm an Iowa fan, so do I really like him? I don't know, but I liked watching him in college. Obviously, with the Colts, was just a stud player in college and obviously in the NFL. If you like to run the ball, Andrew Thomas is going to be your best right tackle in the game. by far and away, bar none, the best right tackle in the game if you like to run the ball. If you like to pass the ball, I would recommend not picking up this card just because his pass blocking is not nearly as good as his run blocking. But I mean, it doesn't get much better than this at the right tackle position. This card is an absolute stud to add to your team. Again, especially if you like to run it down people's throat. You know, that's kind of the easiest way to play this game right now is running the ball. And Andrew Thomas, look, he's going to be a stud right tackle with that. Tua Tagovailoa, I got to be honest, I would not recommend buying Tua. I just wouldn't. He's going to be way overpriced. I think the name outweighs what he gives you on the field. And again, I have no issues with Tua, but he's got 81 speed. His accuracy is pretty good. His throw power is pretty good, but I just don't know. I think even like he's more expensive than Lamar right now, and he's not even close to being as good as Lamar Jackson. So again, these are the things that do matter to keep in the back of your guys' minds. Ben Powers up next, 85 strength, decent pass blocker, decent run blocker, just a balanced overall right guard. To me, the other right guard that in case you missed this at is Brandon Sheriff, and Ben Powers is so much better than Brandon Sheriff. It's not even really comparable. The fact that Ben Powers, if you pick up him at the right guard and Thomas at the right tackle, you're gonna have some of the best offensive linemen in the entire game. I mean, they are that good in Ultimate Teamer right now. This card right now, Braden, man, I mean, he is way overpriced. I don't know why people would buy a punter for 390,000 coins. If that's you, again, I have more fun playing the game because it's not fun punting. Punting is not fun in this game right now. Christian Wilkins, our last card we've got to talk about right now. Power rusher at that defensive tackle position. 78 speed, good power move, good finesse move. This card's a stud. This card is an absolute stud at that defensive tackle position. Probably your best defensive tackle right now in college football ultimate team. But again, for 455,000 coins, I can't say he's worth the pickup. So how I'd rank them, I'm just going to rank the 86 overall as first and then go from there. Honestly, my favorite 86 is Ben Powers. I'd go Ben Powers, Andrew Thomas, then I'd go Christian Wilkins, Jonathan Taylor, and then probably is Tua the only one left, Tua. And then when you're talking about the 83 overalls, I'd rank them like this. I'd go Everett and then Keene at the 83 overalls. I mean, those are the only two cards we got. 82 overalls, I like both of them. I think Crenshaw Dickinson is better than John Young. And then when you get to the 81 overalls, I like Andre Davis, but Maverick's better. 80 overalls, I'm not really that high on. But I mean, I honestly think this type of drop today is better for the budget ballers of the world than anything else. And I'm not trying to hate on, the big ballers, the guys that have all the money in the world. But I do think this is a pretty budget-friendly drop. And a lot of these cards you might be able to pick up for cheap, especially a guy like Bradley Chubb today. It's probably a buy for 260,000. And again, we'll talk about some guys that I might advise you guys picking up today. But definitely look for a lot of these prices and the auction house they drop, and that is going to be a separate video that I do make right now. So that's going to wrap it up for our video today, guys. You guys can let me know which of these cards you guys are excited to pick up. Again, I do think there's a lot to look at here, whether it is the new Everett cornerback, whether it is, a new wide receiver. Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you're new, and as always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.